Yo, what's going on guys, it's Tom and welcome back to a brand new video, and this is part number 6 of my F1 2015 Full House, and this is the big one. This is the Monaco Grand Prix, and I can't wait for this. Before we get into the race guys, if you missed any of the previous races, or you missed the previous one to know how we got in this car, then I definitely suggest you go check out the playlist down below, and the 5 first races of the season, because trust me, some of them are some incredible races and they're not worth just skipping over them. It's definitely worth to watch, but nevertheless, we're here in Monaco, and as you can see, I've decided to go for the Williams for this race, and you may be asking me, why have I gone for the Williams? Well, simply because I want to get myself right in the mix now for that World Championship, and I've been sitting in the lower half of the top 10 for far too long, and it's time to get a big fat 25 points on the board, and what better car to do it than the Williams, which is the best possible car I could have chosen this race, and I think we're really going to go for glory here and push our absolute hardest. Obviously, we're starting from the back, which is going to make it quite hard, but I'm confident that my ability around this track will get me around safely, and hopefully we can have a really good race. We are starting on super soft tyres, by the way, so that should allow us to push really hard in the first stint, so hopefully we can have a good race. And yeah, without further ado, we're going to go straight into the Monaco Grand Prix to see if we can get that elusive first win of the season here in the glamorous Monaco circuit. So here we go then. This is going to be the start of the race as we gear up to the 5 red lights for the Monaco Grand Prix. And we are going to get underway here, and the lights are out, and we actually get a pretty decent start. A little bit of wheel spin there, but overall pretty decent start, better than some of the starts I've had previously, as we now make our way into turn 1. Sandevort here, going to take it really nice and easy, make sure we don't clip any of the cars ahead of us now. And as you can see, Will Stevens gets a really slow exit out of turn 1, which allows us to get alongside him and past him in before Massenet, and then we're going to go around the outside of Massenet, overtake Jenson Button and Roberto Meri there, so a double overtake around the outside of Massenet. A very nice move there to kick things off, but overall a really chill back, relaxed start to the race, trying not to make too many stupid moves, and I'm not trying to launch my car up the inside unnecessarily and get myself some damage, because we need to get a good result this race. So I'm just taking it really easy so far in the early stage. As you can see, Meri is still side by side me somehow. We've been side by side for about 5 corners and he's still there. As you can see, going through nice right-hander. Meri is still sitting there, maybe up the inside of Paul Tip and try and shake him off, and yes we do, we shake him off there and we make the move stick. So Meri's some impressive stuff there from him, going side by side me through like 4 or 5 corners in a row. So impressive stuff there from the man, the driver. But now skipping later on onto that number 2, we're on the back of Nico Hulkenberg, and we're going to try and dive it up the inside of Lowe's maybe. We're going to try and have a little look up the inside, but they're going to not make the move stick. We're going to bang wheels, and the move unfortunately is going to have to wait a little bit longer, and we're going to have to try and complete it later on. But as you can see, we're on the back of Hulkenberg, now going through Paul Tip. We actually get a really decent exit out of the corner here, so we might be able to make a move up the inside of the Nouvelle chicane. We're going right into slipstream now through the tunnel. We're going to pull to the left hand side. Can we make a move up the inside? Yes we do. We're going to go for an incredible late dive bomb, and we're actually going to make the move stick, are we? Yes we do. So we make the move stick from an incredible dive bomb from really far back. So overall a really solid overtake there, as we set now the fastest lap of the race on lap 3, and we're on the back of Fernando Alonso now, so hopefully we can try and pass him soon. As you can see, we're all over his gearbox literally as we actually hit him going up the hill now to Massenet. Can we go around the outside of the Spaniard? Yes we do. We're going to go make a nice easy move around the outside, which will then become the inside for Casino Square, and we're going to make the move down there. I'm having the P15 already, so a really nice start to the race so far, and definitely just calculating our moves and taking it nice and easy, not doing any rash or stupid moves, just trying to make it nice and easy, and obviously make the move stick. As you can see, skipper later on turn number 4, we're going to go around the outside of Sainz at Massenet. A very nice move there on Carlos Sainz, who gives us the room actually compared to Alonso, who tried to squeeze us into the apex, and it's a much easier overtake this time round with Carlos Sainz. And I'm skipping later on now, exactly 1 lap later, onto that number 5. We're on the back of Marcus Ericsson. We're going to go to the outside this time. He's going to squeeze to the wall, but we're going to make it stick, and we're going to go side by side to Massenet. We're going to just hang it around the outside on pure speed, and Ericsson definitely tried to give us a bit of a squeeze there into the barrier, but we managed to make the move stick nevertheless, and we're up into P13 already. So a really good start to the race, like I mentioned before. And we're now on the back of Grosjean and Felipe Nasr, so 2 more cars, and then we should have to free it, try and pump in a couple of decent lap times. As you can see, we're on the back of Grosjean. We're actually going to go to the inside this time into Massenet, almost hitting the back of Nasr, having a bit of contact with Grosjean. Grosjean's going to try and hang around the outside. He's going to launch one back up the inside of Casino. He's going to hit my right rear, and he's actually going to go around, and I managed to catch the car nicely there, but Grosjean actually spun. So a bit of an incident there for you guys to analyse, and let me know what you think in the comments down below. But I thought Grosjean just unnecessarily launched one back up the inside when I pretty much had the move done. But skipping later on to lap 7, as you can see, we're on the back of Felipe Nasr. We've got a DRS on him now as we pull to the inside, and he actually brakes really nicely for turn 1, and we can't make the move stick, so we're going to have to try and get him elsewhere, and it's probably going to be Massenet by a lot of averages, because this has been the corner we've been pulling off all sorts of overtakes here, and this time we're going to go around the outside of Felipe Nasr and make the move stick for P11 nice and comfortably, as it's debris down the road from the previous incident. But we're now going to see if we can try and set some decent lap times and try and catch those cars ahead of us. And skipping later on onto lap number 9, onto the start at number 10, as you can see, we do set our fastest lap of the race, so some really good pace from us so far this race, and we're definitely making the inroads that we need to make to try and catch that top spot in the race. He's going to try and double up the inside of Kvyat for some possible point scoring positions in P10, but we actually go against the move and try to double up the inside of low hairpin instead, and we are going to make the move stick just about. Kvyat's just going to be just there behind us. We're actually going to go around the outside here and make the move stick, but I think Kvyat just clipped the right rear, and I think he actually spun round, but I don't know why he went back up the inside, because obviously I was quite far ahead and I pretty much had the move down there, so a bit of a strange incident there. But now we're on the back of Sergio Perez on lap number 12. As you can see, we're going to try and line up for a move. We're going to go up the inside this time of Massenet, and we're just trying to mix it up. As you can see, we're going to make a move there, but he's actually going to squeeze us quite a lot to the inside, and my driver actually put his hand up, but overall we did make the move stick there, and we're up in the P9 now. We're now on the back of our teammate Valtteri Bottas as we go onto the start line number 13 with DRS wide open now down the pit straight. Can we possibly make a move into turn number 1? It looks unlikely, because he's also got some really good brakes, and we're going to maybe have to try and get him on the exit of turn 1 here. As you can see, doing very nicely, going really on the power nice and early, and we're going to try and size him up for a move into Massenet possibly. We're going to try and go around the outside, getting a really nice run. We're going to swoop clean around the outside of him on pure speed, and we are going to make the move up into P8 there, and a nice move on our teammate, and obviously no contact involved, which is always nice. So now we're up in the PA and we're on the back of Max Verstappen, and as you can see we're on the lap number 13 now, and he's actually dropping back from Ricciardo Maldonado a bit, so he's dropping back from this train a little bit, which might allow us to make a move on him. As you see, we're going to try and go around the outside of Raskas here. We actually tapped the wall, but we're actually going to get a nice little cutback on Verstappen through the final corner for Anthony Nose, and as you can see, we're going to get a nice slipstream and a nice run through the pit straight with DRS. I'm actually going to get the move done before turn 1, and we're going to get ourselves right up into P7 and almost hit the wall there at turn 1, because we broke so late into the corner, but overall we did get the move done quite comfortably, and we're now up in the P7, and we're now on the back of Daniel Ricciardo and past Maldonado as we get a really nice exit out of turn 1. Ricciardo's going to squeeze us into the wall there as we now go into Massenet. Can we make a move stick? Yes, we do, and we're going to go around the outside of both of them. Can we make the move stick on both cars? Two cars at once around the outside? Yes, we do, and what incredible double overtake there on Maldonado and Ricciardo, and that gets us up into P5, and we can now hunt down the big boys in the top 4, which are both of the Ferraris and both of the Mercedes. But first of all, we've got to serve our first pit stop of the race, and we're going to come in for our one and only stop, which will be for prime tyres, the yellow wall soft tyres, and it's a pretty slow stop of 2.5, almost 2.6 from the Williams crew there, but overall a really solid pit stop, and we're now going to see you can try and hunt down the top 4 on raw pace, because obviously that's going to be our target for the rest of the race now. And as you see, we actually got undercut by 3 cars there, so a bit of a strange incident there. I think Kvyat, Bottas, and I think it was Perez. Them 3 cars actually, I think they stayed out, or they've done a different strategy. No, they actually stayed out. So them 3 cars actually stayed out for another lap, and they did pit in at the end of lap 19. So we're going to regain our net 5th place, and now's the time to push and try and hunt down the top 4, which is our target for this race. And as you can see, skipper later on to number 23, we set our fastest lap of the race on these tyres. So we're definitely pushing really hard right now, and we're 2.9 behind Kimi Räikkönen. So we're starting to really win quite a lot now. As you can see, we've got a yellow flag for some reason. So something's going on. Meanwhile, we set another fastest lap of the race at 16 flat. 16.000 there, so very nice up time, and there's Kimi Räikkönen right ahead of us here, so we could possibly make a move very soon now as we go to Massenet. We've got yellow flags for some reason, and Räikkönen's going really slow. There's been some crash here, there's been a massive pile up, and Rosberg's involved there, and Stevens is involved. We're just going to go through the little gap there, and we're going to go up into P3, so something's going on there. I don't know what's happened, so we're going to have to watch maybe an incident back in the replay or something, but a really strange incident there, and I don't know exactly what happened, but it's promoted us right up into P3 and right up into the mix for a possible decent race result. And now with 7 laps to go, we're right on the back of Sebastian Vettel. Going down the pitch right now, we've got DRS wide open, and can we possibly make a move on the 4 times world champion? No, we can't. We're going to have to wait for it, and it looks like it's going to be the same old move at Massenet, because it's the one obviously decent overtaking spot on this game. And here we go, we get right to the slipstream. We're going to go around the outside of Vettel here. Can we make the move stick? He's going to hang out the inside this time with some decent competition, but we are going to make the move up the inside of Casino Square instead, and we are going to get the move done up into the 2nd place. And I tried to hunt down Hamilton, guys, but unfortunately he was just a bit too far away and I couldn't catch him. But we're going to come across the line for an incredible 2nd place, 18 massive points, and that means that we could possibly use the Ferrari for the next race in Canada, so I will take that. And that is an incredible result, and that was really good for us, and we needed that result to get ourselves right up the sharp end in the championship. And overall, I'm very happy with that. Hopefully you guys really enjoyed that race. That was absolutely incredible, and I really loved driving that. When I crossed the line, I was so pleased with myself. I was just so satisfied with how the race went. But overall, guys, before we get into the standings and results and whatnot, you guys did seem to agree with me the idea last time at Catalunya that you want the new rule implemented. So for example, this race I raced as Felipe Massa, so therefore I get 18 points, but so does Felipe Massa in the Drivers' Championship. And because of that rule, there's going to be quite a big shuffle up in the Drivers' Championship. But before we get into the Drivers' Championship, as you can see, looking at the final race race results. Lewis Hamilton obviously wins the race, and we come second with Vettel in third. Maldonado incredibly holding out for that 5th place on the podium, and Sergio Perez ran off the points there in P10. So overall, a pretty incredible top 10. Rosberg, I think DNF actually. So Rosberg gets no points this race, which is quite a big curveball for the championship. But overall, a really solid race. And now we're going to move into the Drivers' Championship, and this is where it gets rather tasty. Now, as you can see, looking at the championship, Lewis Hamilton with that race win puts himself into the lead of the championship, and Vettel is now in second, and Rosberg has dropped down to third because of that DNF. Raikkonen is still in 4th place, and Massa, because of that 18 points that I got him, he boosted himself up into 5th place, along with me boosting myself up into 6th, and then Ricciardo, Bottas, Kvyat and Verstappen all dropped down into the remaining top 10. And as you see, a pretty big shuffle up there in the top 10 already, because the top 3 already switching around completely, and that was an absolutely incredible race there, and the top 3 split by 6 points so far, so things are getting rather tasty up the sharp end. And also looking at the second half of the table, because of the points that I've made in the season, Jenson Button gets 15 points for the last race. Marino's got himself up into 12 points already for the season, and Nazar, because of the Bahrain and Chinese Grand Prix, he has 10 points on the board for himself, and Fernando Alonso has 6 points for the race that I did with him in Malaysia. And that is all the points up to date with all the drivers that I've used this season. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the Monaco Grand Prix. If you did, then please do smash the like button down below, because it really helps me out and lets me know that you're loving the series. And let's see, try and smash maybe 90 likes for this video. That'd be really good. But overall, guys, hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah, guys, that's about it from me. So I'll see you in my next one very soon. So I've been 20 and I'm out. So yeah, guys, take care, and I'll see you very soon. Goodbye.